to Ghana Talks Radio. Another edition of the Cubicle right here on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Lansah Lawrence. Today being Wednesday, we are having the Matters of the Youth segment where we discuss youth issues, where we have engagements with youth groups, get to see what they do and the impact they have on their communities. Today we're having a review of the Pink Month project by the Rotaract Club of UDS. This is a youth organization doing so much in the northern region. You know, when we say pink month, you know the women and the females are in particularly what are particularly mentioned. So what went through the Pink Month? What was the Pink Month all about? I'll meet with my guests who are members of the Rotaract Club of UDS-Tamale. Let them share their story with me and with the whole world. And let's highlight their impact on their communities. So stick and say when we come back from this break, I introduce my guest. Then we discuss the Pink Month project by Rotaract UDS.
The matters of love are the matters of the heart.
Is that so? Where do we separate between emotions and reason?
Under the moon say, we pick the most daring of issues surrounding love, relationships, and family lives.
We speak on the topic most people like to keep to themselves.
With our brilliant panelists, we open the discussions into your love life.
So join us this and every Thursday at 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Be a part of the conversation, enjoy the excitement, and let's find the answers together.
Namimi Cousin Legendary, your host for Nigerian Davoo. I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I'm going to summon you every story when they come out directly from Nigeria, right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Indigenous people of Biafra, their leader, Uwebim Nandi Kano, they don't fail you. Don't forget, so if you follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Download our app, Ghana Talks Radio. If not Android they use, I mean an iPhone. Download our app. Peace.
What up, GH? What's going on? We come your way with the latest filler, and yes, are you looking for the latest news about your favorite celebrity? Who married who and who cheated on who? Here we'll discuss everything with fun, joy, and comedy. Join myself on Himalayan DJ coverage and Master of Comedy Alaji Zongo on Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Nobody feeling that way I'm feeling tonight, yeah. And I have the hope that thing.
Yeah, welcome back right here to the Cubicle on Ghana Talks Radio with me, Lansah Haruna. I'm joined by I call it Upload, Mr. Osman Mahmoud and Miss Zulfa. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Zulfa.
Yes, thank you for having us on your show.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for agreeing to share your story with us. I've just having a brief of what you guys do or who you are. I want to start with Upload, Mr. Osman here. Senior, please just give us an overview of who you guys are or what the Rotaract Club is. For me, I've seen big men posting the flyers, but I don't know what you are, who you are. So tell us basically, what are you? Who are you guys? What's the name of the organization? What do you do?
All right, thank you very much. As you said, my name is Osman Mahmoud. I'm the president of the Rotaract Club of UDS-Tamale. But before I continue, I just want to greet all your listeners and then and to greet your staff and then your co-workers.
Oh,
thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us too. Yeah.
So the Rotaract Club of UDS-Tamale, like all Rotaract clubs in Ghana, they are a member of the Rotary International, which is based in UDS. But for the Rotaract Club, they are youth-led organizations that seeks to bring the youth together, train them on leadership skills, and then help them to identify community issues and then provide sustainable solutions to them.
Okay.
So almost every country in the world, you find a Rotaract Club, either a institutional base or a community base. But for the Rotaract Club of UDS-Tamale, we are an institutional base based in UDS of Tamale.
So are you guys are you a local organization or an international organization from your description?
Well, each Rotaract Club is supposed to be international, even though you are based in a specific area, but your reach out, your project doesn't always limit you to your location. So it's not just in Tamale that we do our projects. We also leave the boundaries of Tamale and then implement projects as well.
Okay, I think that's wonderful. It's good to have you here, and it's good for you to share your story with us. Miss Zofao, you are the treasurer and women's affairs committee director. Do you have anything to add? Who are your target group? Yes, before the president mentioned about young people, but who do you work with and why? Who are your target groups of beneficiaries in the area?
Hello.
Zofao, yeah, can you hear me?
I didn't hear you clearly.
What I'm just asking is that who are basically your target group? Osman has given us a brief overview of what you do and where the kind of work you do, but who do you target mainly?
Okay, so with the club in general, our target group is everyone, whether you're a male or a female, young or old, whoever you are, poor or rich, you are a target. But then with this particular program that we are focusing on, which was the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we mainly targeted females, even though some males were involved. That's our target.
Okay, I think that's good. That's good. Osman.
Yeah.
You mentioned you guys are building in UDS. Is UDS part of a bigger group or just its own independent group?
Please come again.
I was asking whether UDS is an individual group or you are part of a bigger group in Tamale.
Okay. So for the Rotaract Club of UDS, for Tamale, there's only one Rotaract Club, which is the UDS Club of the Club of UDS. But when you go to Accra, we have others. We have more than 5 Rotaract clubs residing in one city. But for Tamale, we have only one. Basically, in the northern region, we have 2. We have one in Tamale and then one in Wa. So we are the only 2 clubs in the northern region.
Yeah. Can you share up? I know we'll get to the Pink Month project, right? But can you share with us some of your past projects, whether Zofa or you can start with that, then we can see what have you been up to since then, since you started there.
So some of our projects, I think in 2021, that was in July, we started a 10-year initiative called Plant Tree Safe Earth Project.
Okay.
Where we planted over 1,000 trees in Tali community.
Okay.
With the help of the community members. So it's a 10-year initiative where we plan to plant over 10 million trees in the northern region.
Okay.
Because we realized that they were cutting down a lot of trees without replacing them, and then the northern part of the Ghana, we were losing a lot of trees. So it's one of our initiatives. This year too, we went to Balang and then we planted over 1,000 trees in the community. They gave us a land where we planted over 1,000 trees there. And then other projects we have, I think that was last year, the previous administration, we went to Taga, and then we distributed some learning materials to identify schools to help the students in their learning and then teaching and learning.
Okay, I think
anywhere we find a problem, we try to come out with a solution to it.
Okay, that's wonderful. So far, Osman has just mentioned a few of your past projects, and it looks like you guys are working across a wide range of areas. Is that the case? Do you have particular areas you work on, or you are open to a lot of aspects or sectors in life? What are your main areas you target here?
I think that we work in all areas.
Okay.
We work in sanitation sectors, health,
Okay.
All areas, education, whatever it is, we work in those areas. So it's not just health or what he mentioned. When it comes to protecting the environment, we are there.
Okay.
So in all aspects of life. Yes.
But how has the journey been like? Because it looks like if I want to do so much, how has it been? Who do you work with, and who are some of your partners?
Okay, so for that one, the journey has not been easy, and we've been making all efforts to make everything successful, but it hasn't been easy at all. There's nothing that is easy in this life.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
And most especially when it comes to funding projects and then programs, you may have good ideas, and then you may have very good resource personnel to undertake a project or carry out a program, but then the funding is usually the problem. When it comes to finance is usually a very big problem to us. So that's just the main problem that we face, the main challenge.
I think at this time we are all, even the president is crying for money, but it's true because working with young people, lack of finance or funding is actually hampering lots of works out there. I think we've had a very good opinion. You've told us overview of who you are and who your targets are and what you do. I want us to take a very short break. When we come back, we'll now look closely on the Pink Month project that you have been embarking on. Stay tuned. When we come back, this is the Cubicle on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Lansah. When we come back from this break, we'll continue our discussion.
Okay.
Nami Bikozen Legendary, your one and only host for Nigerian Rendezvous. I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I go to summer you with the latest news and gist directly from Obodo, Nigeria. Don't forget to still catch up on all our previous episodes of Nigerian Rendezvous on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Facebook Podcast, and via our website www.GhanaTalksRadio.com, or make it Google carry us for your pocket by downloading our Ghana Talks Radio app via Android, Google Play, and iOS App Store. Make you feel they enjoy our other Sengemenge shows. Follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio for other interesting stories with the draw from our automat. No talks here, I no tell you. Omo yami, oya jima soon.
Okay, welcome right back here to the Cubicle on Ghana Talks Radio. We are having a one-on-one engagement with members of the Rotaract Club of UDS-Tamale, and they are sharing their story or their project called the Pink Man Project. I want to start with you, Mr. Osman. Mr. President, what is the Pink Man Project all about?
The Pink Man Project is all about equipping the growing women, the young girls in senior high school of the knowledge that they need to protect themselves in the future against breast cancer. Because we realize that most breast cancer is becoming rampant. It's one of the leading causes of death among women, as it is fine. So the club came out with this project to educate senior high school girls about everything they need to know, early detection and all that, what they need to do anytime they detect anything in their breast and where they are supposed to go, and then what it could be and what it could not be. So the Pink Man Project was just designed to educate young girls in senior high school about breast cancer.
So when did you start it? When was it? Have you finished it, or is it ongoing?
Well, it started in 2020. Well, we came out with the idea as a club, and then we've been doing some. But it's been mainly this year that we've done it this big. But we've been planning it for years now. But when it came to this administration, we started at about 3 schools in Tamale. And then that was Tamale Senior High School, Kali School, California Senior High School, and then Tamale Girls. So we educated them on everything they need to know.
Zufal, for you as a young lady yourself, what does this project mean to you, or what do you get from this particular project as a young lady yourself?
Okay, so with the areas of focus of the Rotaract Club of Tamale UDS.
Okay.
It recognizes the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Okay.
And so, one of them is the Goal 3. Goal 3 ensures healthy lives and then promoting healthy living.
Okay.
So, as part of that, the Breast Cancer Awareness Month is very, very important for us.
Yes.
Because when you come to the northern regions here, nowadays, when you visit the hospital, you see that so many people, or let me just say, so many women report
breast cancer.
Cases of breast cancer.
Okay.
And usually they just sit at home, so there's nothing to be done about it before they report to the hospital.
Okay.
So we deem this fit that we should begin maybe educating the younger ones so that, young people are always outspoken more than the elderly ones.
Okay.
So when they have the information and everything about breast cancer, they can be able to talk to their mothers
and sisters,
aunties, females at home, at their various homes, so that there can be early detection and then
let me get to upload. Upload for you as a young man. You are not a young lady, but what have you learned from this process so far?
You are saying I'm not a young lady.
No, I mean upload Osman. Osman.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so I'm saying that as a young man, what has been your own? What have you learned from the process so far? Before we get back to so far,
Can I get the question again?
So I'm asking, what has been your experience so far, and how has it been revealing to you? What have you learned so far in the process? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's been a wonderful journey because before we started it, there was a lot of things that I didn't know about breast cancer, but or types of breast and everything. I think the family she took us through a lot of things. We learned a lot during our resource, gathering our resource and everything before we could go to that point. So we learned a lot, and then we were able to educate a lot of girls. So the journey has been interesting, and the project has been interesting as well.
I wanted Zophar to speak on this. Zophar, if you can hear me rightly, you were talking about a lot of women not knowing about breast cancer until it becomes too late to do something. How is this issue prevalent among women in the northern sector and generally, and especially how important was the project to the young girls?
You said how is it important and what?
How was the project important to the young girls?
Okay, so as I was saying earlier, I made a statement that when it comes to young people, they are very outspoken and their understanding is very wide. Okay. So when you have something to do and then you target them, it is done well than when you target the aged. So even though breast cancer doesn't really affect young people like that, but when you educate young people, they are able to transmit the information very rapidly and widely compared to the ages. So that's why we decided to target the young ones. So that you see senior high school level, when you go there, telling your parents something, they take you serious.
Yes.
So that's why we decided to target the high school.
Are there any particular schools that you had this particular sensitization campaign in or at?
Yes, targeted senior high school. As Mahmoud mentioned earlier on, they were family senior high, which is a mixed school. Family girls, which is a public, obviously females, and then Carl Hennes Senior High School, which is also a mixed school. So we targeted both males and females in those.
Begins to change color. Let's say it looks a bit yellowish. It begins to change color. Let's say it looks a bit yellowish. It looks a bit greenish. And sometimes you feel blood. It looks bloody.
Okay. And that's my school, by the way. Pardon? That's my school.
Okay, So, and for help of senior high, we're supposed to meet 160 students.
Okay.
But due to some reasons, that was a education certificate examination.
Yes.
So, that most of the students had missing. And then we're supposed to meet just 150 students. But then when we got there on the morning of that day, we didn't have all the 150 students because their dining hall was arranged for the next Monday's brief. So we have to meet just 64 students. So Jalisco was 64 students. And then Tamale Girls Senior High, which is Anna. At Anna, we met over 600 girls.
Wow, that's almost 1,007 people that you are talking about, like in total.
Yes. Almost 2,000.
Almost 2,000 people.
600 plus the over 800 at Tamale.
Yes.
And then 54 at Jalisco.
Yes.
So that's almost.
I think that's good, and it's good that, like you
That's
said,
more than 1,000.
Yeah, that's more, almost 2,000. Almost 2,000. That's looking at, especially when you said that it's easy for young ladies to disseminate information, especially to their other sisters, their aunties, their grandmothers, and their mothers, so that we can all help to curb this issue. Mr. President, on to you, leading the campaign, what were some of the major challenges that you faced? So far as already mentioned one of them, but what were some of the challenges, especially the technical ones that you had to overcome in order to make this successful?
Well, you see, most of the challenges were due to arrangement in the schools. You know, sometimes you get there, you are trying to
get the authorities,
the place, get certain things arranged, and punctuality of students. But it was a learning process to both of us because this was our first time.
Okay.
So, it was just the punctuality and then the arrangement with the school. Sometimes you may not be able to meet the person who is supposed to guide you to the arrangements and everything. But eventually they will come. But it was sometimes it delayed, especially in our school.
The protocol is too much.
Yeah, it was very difficult. We even started the program late, but it was all good.
But look at the video, you have a lot of people there, so it's good.
Yeah. So it was a bit challenging when it comes to just the arrangement and everything, but it was all good.
Apart from, did you have enough partners? Did people join you, or you did it like solely as an organization by yourself?
Well, we had partners, but I don't think it was enough because we needed more. But one of the partners was Run for Pure Africa. They did a lot. They did marvelously. They came from Accra, and then they joined us in Tamale for the first day. They gave us booklets that contained every information we needed about the breast cancer. We distributed it to the students. They brought a lot of booklets. So they printed a booklet from Accra and brought it with them. Madame Rose and then Mr. Solomon, they did marvelously. And then we also had, Smart Rise? Smart Rise Africa. They also joined us with their personnel, and then they joined us in educating the students. And then Maristic too. They were able to join us and then in executing the project. So we had partners, but we were still looking for more, but it was okay.
For me, I think for me personally, I just like to commend you and your team for undertaking this particular very, very important campaign, because for some of us just sit on social media and post breast cancer awareness month, but we don't do a lot apart from posting. But you guys have taken a step further to actually engage young ladies on this issue. I want to take a short break. When we come back, I'm taking your final words on your future plans. Are you going to continue the project? Are you going to leave it this way? What are your plans next for next year or and the upcoming days or years or months for this particular project, and then your own organization in general? So stay tuned. When we come back, we'll get into the future plans. This is Lansah Lawrence on the Cubicle right here. When we come back, we'll get to continue the discussion. Stay tuned.
What up, GH? What's going on? We come your way with the latest filler, and yes, are you looking for the latest news about your favorite celebrities who married who, and who cheated on who. Here we'll discuss everything and everything with fun, joy, and comedy. Join myself on Himalayan DJ Coverage and Master of Comedy Alaji Zongo on Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Now, me be Cousin Legend, your host for Nigerian Davu. I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I'm going to summon you every story when they come out directly from Nigeria, right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Indigenous people of Biafra, their leader, Kano, they don't fail you. Don't forget, say if you follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Download our app, Ghana Talks Radio. If na Android they use, I be na iPhone. Download our app. Peace.
Yeah, so welcome back right here to the Cubicle on Ghana Talks video. We are discussing the Pink Man project by the Rotaract Club of UDS-Tamale. They've shared the story from where they started from and how they started the program, who they engaged, their targets and the challenges. I want to look at the future. Let me begin with Zofa on this. What are the future plans for the organization itself, especially in terms of the Pink Man project? Are you done with it or are you going to continue?
If I heard you right, you said the future plans for the project, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Breast Cancer Awareness Month project has come to stay as far as the Rotaract Club of UDS-Tamale is concerned. We are going to continue this project, and then year by year, maybe different people would lead this particular project. Probably next year by this time, I wouldn't be the one in the seat of the women's affairs head. So a different person might be there, but then it's not going to be stopped. We are going to continue, and then we hope to have so many partners coming on board, and then we hope for a bright future for this project. We hope to get very good funding and financial support so that we can continue this project. And then we hope to target many other people and not just senior high schools. We hope to extend our projects to the rural communities and target students in the rural communities, mothers in the rural communities, and so many people at places that are deprived so that they can also have the same education that we give to students and then individuals in the cities, or let me just say town. Yes. So that's the future. We hope to continue this project, and then we hope to make it bigger and better.
Yeah, for me, like I said, it's just all about giving you guys the recommendations, the applauses for your effort, especially with these kind of challenges that you just outlined, and hopefully you are able to carry on from this time to the future and have more impact, have more people to come on board, and then spread your wings better and create a bigger impact. Mr. President, what do you have for the future? If you can share with us, because we're actually running out of time. So what are the future plans, and what are your call? Do you have any call for support that you want to make to people outside or listening to us?
Okay. So the Women Affairs Committee Director said most of our plans for the Pink Man project, but left one out. We are still thinking, we are still planning another project, another outreach, just this coming February. We're trying to see if we can continue it to the rural communities and then meet some of the senior high schools either in Savurigo or Kumbo to just speak to them about breast cancer too. So in the immediate future, just this coming February, we're also thinking about something like that. But probably we haven't finalized it yet, but it's one of the plans that we could be implementing. Now, when it comes to the class in general, we have a lot of projects planned.
Begins to change color. Let's say it looks a bit yellowish, it looks a bit greenish, and sometimes you feel blood. It looks bloody or brownish, like a very dirty blood. Okay? Let me say this. With all due respect again, when you are done with your menses, the last part of, it looks very brownish. Yes. So when you see that kind of discharge, greenish, yellowish, bloody discharge, run to your parents, and then together with your parents, run to the hospital, because it could be begins to change color. Let's say it looks a bit yellowish, it looks a bit greenish, and sometimes you feel
live on Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook and on YouTube, and also on our website at www.ghanatalksradio.com. I want to say thank you to you, Mr. President, and Women's Affairs Director, Ms. Zulfa, for your time, for sharing your story with us. I just want to say, last thing I want to say is that just keep doing it. You know, that's for young people. Our work is not easy. You have to push and push and push, but the impact is there, and everybody's feeling it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So we've just been having an engagement with members of the Rotaract Club of UDS-Tamale right here on the Cubicle on Ghana Talks Radio with me, Lansah Haruna. That's it for the Matters of the Youth show edition on this show. Tomorrow we come away with the sports edition. A lot of Champions League action has going on. Tottenham at the last minute were able to qualify. Tomorrow we talk about all those Conte, Xavi, Barca back in Europa. Tomorrow, Thursday at 2:30, we come away with the sports on the Cubicle right here on Ghana Talks. I've been here with DJ Kobe as my producer. Stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our program, especially GA Trends coming on tonight at 8 p.m. Bye-bye.
Nobody feeling that way.